The Cowboys are in a very precarious situation because they find themselves in a very similar situation to where they were 4 years ago. Dak Prescott going into the final year of his contract.
Yeah.
That time they franchised, they made the play on a franchise tag, thought about franchising again to give him a long-term deal. So here we are again. What is it that Dak needs to do? What is it that Dak hasn't done to convince the Cowboys? Because clearly they're not convinced. Because Jerry said it after. We're only going to go as far as Dak carry us, and this was as far as he could carry us. What are you seeing from Dak? What's going on with Dak? What's going on with the Cowboys offense that in big games, he doesn't play his best?
This message is to Dak Prescott. We looking for that dog. And I don't think Jerry Jones will allow him to become that. Because you got to be politically correct. You got to be almost the president of football, almost, to be the signal caller for the Dallas Cowboys. Okay. What Dallas Cowboys need at that quarterback position is somebody to say, nah, f that. This is what we gonna do. I hear all that. But we're trying to win. We're trying to win, yes or no? Okay, cool. Now unleash me and let me win this football game. That type of aura, I don't think Dak can be that.
No, because Jerry wants to win his way.
You see what I'm saying? So those are going to be very combative forces that I don't know if they can get to that next level.
I know a guy that played quarterback that didn't win nearly as much. Dak probably has won more playoff games than him, and he never had to worry about a contract. The guy that Dak came after. That's what I'm saying. I mean, am I missing?
For the people, we keeping it a buck now. Who are you talking about? So the people will know.
All I know is Tony Romo was made the highest paid quarterback in football with no Super Bowls. No NFC Championship games, no first-team All-Pro, no second-team All-Pros. He ain't never had to worry about a contract.
And when he's done playing, he gets a deal that nobody else gets. So what are we really talking about? So you want Cam Newton to shut up and sit back when I'm telling y'all that there's different rules for different people.
Yes.
When I can sit up here and say, hold on, easy, there's a slant coming. Hey, watch the pressure. Hey, watch this and watch that. As an athletic quarterback, you don't get enough credit. You think Lamar Jackson has been as successful as he is by him not understanding the football game and how people are going to try to play him? Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, these athletic quarterbacks. Come on now.
You said, like, okay, Romo got what he got when he played, and then he goes out and he becomes color of CBS, gets this long-term deal.
The prime time game. He ain't.
Oh, yeah, he's number one. He's number one.
I take another guy who I have a whole bunch of respect for and call me biased. Greg Olsen.
Yeah.
Greg Olsen didn't get that deal. So it can't be no black and white thing. It's just like, yo, how? Why? How did he get that?
Right. You want to call games?
Man, I want the money. I'll figure everything else out. Ask you a question about, damn, what made you get into Le Portier?
Yeah.
You realize that you could become a billionaire. We'll figure all the other rest of the stuff out later. I ain't no different. Cam, do you want to call game? Nope. We're going to give you $30 million a year.
No, but you can't go, Cam, you can't go in there and say, no, you got, yes, I would love to call games.
Well, yeah, I love to call games. What that contract look like? We're going to give you $750,000. Yeah, all right, I'm good where I'm at.
I mean, it all depends on where you calling. You calling you the number one slot or the number two slot. Number one slot, is here.
Man, you got to know who you are. You see what I'm saying? You take certain people from certain situations, and that situation ain't the same. My point, period. Undisputed ain't been the same since Shannon Sharpe moonwalked up out of there. Shannon Sharpe gonna be straight.
Yeah.
Now, Skip, why them ratings ain't what they are now? Oh, it's because of you. No. You got to figure out, you got to know who you are, bro.
You do, Cam, but I think the thing is that we are not going to get allowed to start at the top. You start in the mail room, and then you're going to start carrying the mail, and then you're going to work your way up before you get to the penthouse. You're not going to the penthouse. You have to understand that. And see, See, you can be good at any game if you understand the rules and how to play the game.
I understand that, and I'm exposing that. So you do me a favor.
Okay.
You go back to the introduction.
Yeah.
And you give that resume.
Yeah.
And you put that on Dan Orlovsky and see if he don't become
get the #1 slot up.
Hello. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I understand what the rules are.
Yes.
I'm just here to expose it. Like your constituent Cat Williams said, I'm just here to collect information. And I'm just here to report it. Don't get mad that I'm reporting what I've obviously seen was to be true.
And what everybody else knows, they just don't say it.
Correct. So you gonna make me the bad guy because I'm reporting the truth? No. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not in the position. I don't need you. You don't need me. But people need the truth.
You had a very interesting take on Kirk Cousins.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, I want to know who his agent is.
For sure.
Because I want to know how a man that's won one playoff game,
mm-hmm. been
a game manager his entire career,
mm-hmm.
and get guaranteed $331 million, 35. He's coming off season-ending Achilles surgery at his age. The Falcons just gave him $180 million, $100 million guaranteed, $50 million at the time of signing.
It ain't even. I mean, that's egregious, and I love the fact that he's able to get that money. But what the Falcons paid Kirk Cousins, they could have got Cam Newton, Justin Fields, and Michael Vick for that price.
You do realize they could have gave up 2 first-rounders and got Lamar Jackson for.
But we're not talking about that. See, this is the thing about sports that we don't do a better job with holding people to the fire.
Okay.
You're a judge, and you'll critique Dak Prescott. You'll critique Cam Newton. You'll critique Lamar Jackson. You'll critique Patrick Mahomes. But who's to say for the ownership, the management, and all these decision makers by tricking off these key decisions? But they want you to just shut up and play.
Right.
I'm sitting up at when are we going to admit that these coaches really don't know what they're doing? These managers don't know what they're doing. These owners really don't know what they're doing. Or they're making bad situations, and the franchise is suffering from that. It's not just that y'all don't have good players.
Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party because you know we like to do something before 2 something.